Ayo Omorogbe makes an exclusive revelation on the lingering Coson crisis. Now music boss and a member of the board of trustees of Coson, Ayo Omorogbe, has made an exclusive revelation to HipTv on the lingering crisis in the copyright collection body. According to Ayo Omorogbe, Chief Tony Okoroji has run Coson as his private empire, making several questionable decisions for selfish interest and to the detriment of the collection body.
There were issues of unethical practices, issues of conflict of interest. The members of the petitioners were unhappy about reports that Chief Tony Okoroji's company, TOPS, was a principal vendor or consultant to Coson. We didn't even expend too much energy investigating that because these are issues that we are dealt with at board level. We were very uncomfortable with the process of procurement of services, for Coson. We had a situation where one man, at his pleasure, at whatever time works for him, decides Coson needs a particular type of service, decides to offer the service to Coson via his own registered private limited liability company, determines passes the work as satisfactorily done, pushes an invoice for payment to be made, does not subject himself or his company to any form of negotiation or control or anything. And we've told him time and again that these things are not, they shouldn't happen. If you want to service Coson in consultancy capacity, you want to be a vendor, you want to be agency, it's a very simple thing. Resign as chairman of the board, resign as director of Coson. Come to us with a pitch and say you are TOPS, you offer service A, B, C, D, and you'd like to be considered, for registration with Coson. Then the board will set up a committee to look into the request. We probably would ask for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other agencies doing the same thing to pitch for the job, and there will be a proper procurement process.
On how Chief Tony Okoroji was voted out as the chairman of Coson, Ayo Omorogbe had this to say.
I personally offered, to resign. What I said to my colleagues was that I wasn't going to sit down here and listen to this. As far as I was concerned, this wasn't making any sense. I was going to walk away, and it will be the last time I'll be associated with this board. Of course, a few other members did the same. Obi Asika offered to resign. Paul Okugo, Chocolate City Music, Chocolate City Entertainment, also said he was going to resign. Babadi offered, to resign. Joel Ajayi offered to resign. SK Sensation offered to resign. So in a board meeting with 10 directors in attendance and 1 person under the microscope, 6 out of 10 directors said enough was enough. So we figured to ourselves, if 6 of us are willing to walk out in protest, why do we need to walk out in protest? 6 to 10 is a simple majority. The board is, the directors they're elected by the General Assembly. Now, the directors choose their chairman. They elect and appoint their chairman. At any point in time, the directors, by simple majority vote, can change their chairman. So if there are 10 of us sitting in this room, and we're having a conversation, 9 of us having a conversation with one guy, the 10th director, and out of the 9 of us, 6 of us are totally dissatisfied and disgusted with his explanation.
Efe Omorogbe went further to say that, beyond asking Chief Tony Okoroji to answer for his infractions, the directors of Coson are more committed to building a world-class CMO.
We are committed to going ahead to ensure that at no other time in the history, in the evolution of the society, that one person is allowed to do the kinds of things that Okoroji has done at Coson. So our commitment is not just to be rid of Okoroji. Our commitment is to build a world-class CMO that we think the creative industry deserves and that we've all worked for, that a lot of people from all kinds of places have made a lot of sacrifices to ensure that is established. That's our job. That's what we've sworn to protect. That's why we built Coson. That's why we did everything we've done to get Coson where it is.